It is currently May 4th and I've decided that I'm moving out in about 2 weeks. I recently went to LA. I went to Joshua Tree, had my event, and then I spent a couple of days in LA looking for apartments, and then I went to Mexico. So I found an apartment I liked, applied for it, and it took so long for them to get back to me. But we finally got approved, and I've decided that I want to move out, like, be there by Memorial Day weekend, because it's a 3-day weekend and it's just feel like it's an easier bet if my parents want to come, like, help out. That being said, because it is a literal, like, cross-country trip, like over 2,000-mile trip, it takes about a week or so, a little bit more, for the drivers to actually get there with all my stuff, which means they need to pick up my stuff by the 17th of May. And like I said, it's currently May 4th. And have I packed a single thing? No. Am I launching a collection in a couple of days? Yeah. How am I gonna do that? I literally don't know. So love that for me. Everything's kind of happening really, really fast, but here's what we've done so far. I've put a couple things up on my Instagram story that I'm selling, furniture pieces and stuff like that for anybody that's local. I'm also gonna put it on Facebook Marketplace just so that it reaches a bigger audience, obviously. I have a bunch of fabrics up for sale as well that I just put up on my website so that people can get those out of the way as well. I have some machines that I'm also selling, and I'm just trying to go through everything and try to figure out like what I can take and what I can keep, because obviously LA is very expensive and there's no way in the world I could afford to have like as much space as I do here in Indiana. So I'm moving into a 1-bedroom apartment, obviously, because that's what fit the budget, and that means that I cannot, you know, take all the stuff that I have in my 3-bedroom, 2-floor freaking house here. So I have to get rid of a lot of stuff. Basically my like living room is gonna be my studio as well, so it's all just gonna be jumbled into like one room, which is kind of a lot, but you know what, that's what we could afford and that's what we can do. So we'll hopefully grow out of it soon, but yeah, for now that's what I could do. I have so much to figure out. I have so many things to sew, orders to finish, things to send out, a freaking launch in a couple of days, but I'm so excited. I have been waiting for this for so long. Obviously you guys know that. I've been talking about it for what feels like years, and I'm just excited. It feels so like surreal and doesn't feel like it's happening, but it's happening like so fast. So this is gonna be a chaotic vlog, or maybe a couple of vlogs of getting out there. I think I might have a couple of friends driving out with me because obviously I've got to drive my car across the entire country. It's gonna be an adventure. Okay, so I really need to get those like boxes that come with like the little like rod so you can like hang your hangers on it so you don't have to like fold all your clothes, because obviously as a fashion designer I have a lot of clothes and a lot of things that I would rather not have to be like, you know, taking off my hangers and stuff. So I really need to get those boxes. I think I can like go pick them up at the UPS or the U-Haul store or something. I need to figure that out, but I'm waiting to figure that out to then be able to pack a lot of my stuff, and I don't even know what I can pack meanwhile. But there is one thing that I could start packing that isn't very necessary, and that's a part of my house that you guys probably never see, which I think is really funny. But on my stairs I have these 3 shelves and they're just full of pigs. Like, when I was little, I went through, well, I don't want to say I went through a phase, I'm still in it. I love pigs, they're my favorite animal. Always had a bunch of pig stuffed animals, and I started collecting little piggy banks from every place that my family and I went to. And you know, we traveled a lot when I was growing up, so I accumulated a whole lot, and this is where they've ended up. And you guys never see this, but this has been here since I moved in. Got them from all different places. They're just staring you down whenever you come down the stairs. So we can maybe start packing these up because I don't think these are necessary yet. Okay, she's officially packed up. My camera died as soon as I was gonna start recording. So here it is, officially empty. I just need to empty out a few little things right there, but there she is. First box is done. Okay, so it is a little bit later. I'm so all over the place in this vlog already. I put a bunch of stuff up on my Instagram stories, like I said earlier, I think, and somebody just bought the serger from me, one of the sergers, and the other one, somebody's coming to pick it up tomorrow. And I just made a makeshift box out of 2 boxes that I had, so that it would fit, because the one box was like slightly too small, so I just made like a top for it. So we love sustainability. Anyway, I'm gonna send it, and I figured this would be a really great chance to like share with you guys that I switched over to a different shipping company So I was reached out by Sendle, which is a carbon neutral shipping company, and I had not heard of them before. And you guys know I have carbon neutral shipping on my website, but I was doing it through like 2 separate things. So it was like normal shipping, and then I have to go through this other website and like manually enter it in and make it carbon neutral. But Sendle just like does it all at once. So every single shipment that you send through there is carbon neutral automatically. So it works the same way as like any other integration system. So like I just integrated my Squarespace into it, so all of my orders just like automatically go in there, and I can quickly just like send things, which has been so simple, so easy. And now all of my orders are just carbon neutral without me having to do that like extra step that I was doing before. So I'm super excited about it. And if you guys have a small business and you want to be carbon neutral as well in terms of shipping, I will have a link for you guys down below to check out. Sendle is offering you guys 5 free shipments if you use the link down below, so you get 5 shipments for free, which is really nice because shipping can be a little expensive sometimes, or at least it adds up. So I'm gonna go ahead and send this, make a little label, and then, you know, send the tracking number over to this customer. The transition to using Sendle has honestly been super easy. I was really hesitant at first because I was like, well, I already have a system in place. Like, I don't know if I really want to change the way I'm doing things, but they let me test it out for a little bit, and I honestly really loved it. It was just so seamless, and it makes so much more sense for my business than what I was doing previously. So, you know, here we are. I am so excited, and I'm also excited that they're giving you guys like an option to check them out and use them. I obviously want to promote for other people to be sustainable as well, and I feel like this is such an easy way to, you know, add a little bit of sustainability into your business, even if you're not a fully sustainable brand. Like, you know, it's a little something that you can do to help. So check out the link below. I'm gonna go ahead and make this quick little shipping label. Okay, I need to measure this. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so now I can just download my label and print it out. Literally so easy, and it's carbon neutral without her even knowing that it's going to be carbon neutral. So love that for us. Now we officially have one more thing out of the way. I am excited to start getting things out, get things moving here, because I just have so much stuff. Like the fact that I have to like narrow down my 3-bedroom house into a 1-bedroom apartment is kind of a lot. So, you know, slowly but surely we're figuring things out, getting things out of the way. We're making moves, guys. We're making moves. So now she is ready to be sent. I'll add that to the other packages I have to send. And if you're watching this video thinking like, shoot, I would have wanted to buy that from her, this is why you should follow me on Instagram, on both of my Instagrams, my personal and my business one, because that's kind of where I do like the more like day-to-day stuff, and where you can see stuff being done like in the moment, because YouTube is like usually 2 to 3 weeks behind of my actual life. Sometimes it is like only a week behind or something, but I would say lately it's been like a 2 to 3 week difference between when I upload to when it actually happens. So you're seeing things like a lot later. So definitely recommend, you know, following me on other social media so you can keep up with me on a more day-to-day basis. But anyway, I'm gonna shower and then we'll figure out the rest of the day. I don't really know what we're gonna be doing, but knowing me, we're probably going to do some more packing. I actually went ahead and bought the like hanging boxes, like the closet boxes or whatever. They had them for just like local pickup at U-Haul, so I just went and picked some up. So I have them, so we can start kind of figuring that out as well. I will catch you guys in a little bit because I need to situate myself. Okay, it's a lot later, and I've decided I kind of want to start putting together some of these closet boxes, because I'm just being very impulsive today. I feel like, I don't know, every once in a while I have like very impulsive days, and I don't know if you guys have noticed. Hold on, let me close my curtains real quick. Oh, okay. I don't know if this is something that you would notice on videos or not, but I feel like every once in a while, if I'm like starting to go like stir crazy, or I have like some random idea come to me, like I have to do it in that moment. I have to get it done. Otherwise I will not stop thinking about it. It's a great thing and an awful thing, because as soon as I have a new idea or whatever, I'm like, immediately I need to do this. And like, it goes for big things too, you know. As soon as I was like, I'm moving to LA, I literally was like on every apartment website looking for things, saving apartments, contacting people, figuring out moving stuff. Like, I just like cannot be chill at all, ever. So that being said, It's like 9:30 p.m. but I kind of want to start putting at least one of these boxes together just to kind of feel it out and see what it's like, and maybe start putting away some of my clothes, because obviously there's so many clothes I'm not going to use. All my winter stuff I could put away, like all my coats and stuff I can put away, even though, do I even really need coats when I'm out in LA? I don't know, I have so many and I'm probably not even going to use them like ever again unless I go on vacation to somewhere colder. I just have a lot of stuff that I could start getting out of the way that I might as well. Also just to feel out if I got enough boxes or if I'm going to need more as well. I feel like there's just a lot I can't do yet in terms of packing, because obviously I still have to live here for a little bit and have to work and stuff, and the majority of my packing I think is going to be like my sewing stuff is going to be like the most like labor intensive, but it's like the last thing I'm able to pack. So I'm trying to like get ahead in anything that I can meanwhile. But yeah, that's the vibe. Let's set up one of these boxes. I guess I'll put together one of the smaller ones first. One of these. Why is this so hard to open by myself? Here we go. I'm gonna tape down the bottom. Okay, so we got the bottom. Now I just gotta put in the middle thingy. Looks like this, and then there's little hooks here. And then it just folds over like that. Nice! I'm gonna start hanging some stuff in here. Okay, so I managed to put in a good chunk of mostly my dresses, honestly, because realistically I'm not gonna be wearing like nice formal dresses anytime soon. So I've packaged it up with a good amount of stuff. I'll show you guys kind of like the emptiness on my closet. Obviously it doesn't look like that much here because all of my dresses were back here, so I have a good chunk missing now. So yeah, that's kind of what we have. Kind of need to figure out what I need to like keep for the next month or so and what I can put away. Then I do have this side as well, but this side's a little bit less empty, and I still need to honestly go through some stuff and throw it out, or not throw it out, but like, you know, get rid of it. I actually put some stuff up on Poshmark that I'm selling, like pieces that are like in really good condition, that are good brands and things like that, that I feel like are worth reselling. I'm doing that. But there are some other pieces that are like fast fashion pieces that I've had since like middle school, high school, that are just not worth reselling because they're not really worth too much. And those pieces I'm actually going to send to 4 Days. They're a company that has take back bags, and you can like send them all your textiles and they recycle it for you, which I prefer to do over like donating to like a Goodwill or something, because most of that ends up in landfills anyway. So I kind of would rather give it to a program that like is going to do something with it. Nothing wrong with donating whatsoever. I've donated so much in my life, and I'm probably going to donate a lot of stuff during this move anyway. But when it comes to clothing, sometimes it's just, I'd rather give it like a perfectly new home, especially when it's stuff that I know isn't very trendy or like probably wouldn't sell very well anyway. So I need to go through my closet and kind of like separate things out on what I'm going to sell, what I'm going to keep, what I'm going to give back. That way I can start like minimizing my closet a bit. Should I be sewing right now instead of doing this? Yes, I should, and I need to do that at some point today. But I say that, it's like 10 p.m. What point of the day am I gonna do that? I don't know. But for whatever reason, I have it in my head that I want to do all this closet stuff right now, so we're gonna do it. Good morning, guys. It is the next day, and today I do need to start sewing, but I want to get my desk cleared off because I put my desk up on Facebook Marketplace and I've had a lot of people like message me about it. So just in case it ends up selling like anytime soon, I want to make sure it's like cleared off and ready to go. So I'm going to move all my stuff over. It's gonna be a bit chaotic because where the heck am I gonna put my desktop? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna make room on this like longer table that I have here and try to shift everything over. But I want to move all that out of the way, and then we'll get into the studio and actually do some sewing and get some orders and stuff out. Obviously I have a bunch of packages to take to the post office, and I sold a few more things last night in terms of like fabric, so I want to get those packaged up and also sent out today just to, you know, clear things out. So that is the vibe. Let's clear off this desk, get it out of the way, and then we can do some sewing or something. This is what we're working with. This is really bad lighting because my window's right behind me. My apologies. Okay, it's officially cleared off. That was pretty easy because I already had a lot of it cleared off from yesterday. But I'm gonna go ahead and like clean it really quick. And then I'm gonna attempt to get it out here. I don't know how heavy this is, but if I can at least get it out of this corner so people, like if they come by it, they don't have to come up here, that would be great. I think I'm gonna have to like deconstruct it a bit for people to take it home anyway, because most people have asked me if it's like, if I'm able to deconstruct it, so if it's in the cars and stuff, and I was like, yeah, probably. So we might do that to make their lives easier. Okay, she is out. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I'm gonna leave it there for now. And this is what it looks like. I just vacuumed it up a bit so it doesn't look so bad. But yeah, now we've got an empty corner. My computer's here. My printer I need to like reconnect and put over here so I can at least still ship things out, because I do have things to ship out. So what we're working with, it is gonna be a hot mess for a minute, but that's okay. Okay, I have a couple orders of fabrics that I'm gonna go ahead and package up just to, again, get things out of the way and put it onto my pile of packages that I need to take to the post office eventually. So yeah, let's do that real quick. Okay, so we've got all of these packages ready to go. I might actually do that whole like USPS pickup thing, because that's just a lot of packages that I don't want to carry into the post office and they're heavy. So we've got that going. I think I'm gonna change real quick because I'm getting like hot and sweaty right now between all of this. Then we have a couple of orders to make, so we gotta do that. And yeah, I'm low-key like really stressed about my summer collection, because when I originally had that date for it, which is this Sunday in a couple of days, I didn't know that I was gonna be moving so soon. So I was like, oh yeah, I can, you know, make it, whatever. And now that I am moving, I can't take in that many orders at all. It's like I'll be able to maybe take like one of each thing, and it's still gonna be kind of a lot. And then like by the time I'm able to like produce something again, it'll be like a good 3 weeks or something, which is kind of a long time. So I don't know what to do, but figure it out when we get there, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna send out a couple of things to influencers for them to make content for me. I'm still kind of testing that out. I'm gonna cut out these orders and get that situated, I guess. I really don't feel like it, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So I just finished this top that I'm going to send out. I honestly still need to put in the grommets, but I'm waiting for a shipment of them to come in because I don't have enough to finish it. I also have to finish that order, but I'm also waiting on grommets, so got that out of the way. I've got one more top to make. I'm making the rose top, the one that has the different fabrics from the spring collection. So I should be able to get that done today and get that out, and then I think I just have one Diana dress to make that I got an order for like a couple days ago. And yeah, I think that'll be it on orders so far. Part of me is like, I want to get more orders because, you know, obviously moving is very expensive, and like the extra money would be really nice to have, especially since I'm gonna go like a good 3-ish weeks without being able to like produce anything. But also I'm like, I don't really have time for this, so I'm kind of glad I don't have too many, but also like the money would be nice. So yeah, I'm in like a weird in between of like, should I be pushing my stuff more, or should I just kind of let it be, and like, you know, whatever happens happens. I don't know. And take a little break and I will get back to this in a little bit. Okay, so I just got a few more orders. I sold one more thing on Poshmark, and I have a couple more fabric orders, so I'm gonna get those packaged up, add them to my pile of stuff. I just want to get things out of the way while I can and not let them pile up too much, because honestly shipping out these fabrics is really annoying because I have to like cut them to the yard amount and all the things. So not the greatest, but I want to get them out. They are slowly but surely selling, which is really good. I'm glad. And same with Poshmark stuff, so that's also really good. Gonna go ahead and package these up, and then it'll be lunchtime, so then we'll eat and then continue on with the day. So I just had lunch. I packaged up one more fabric order that I also got. And I want to film a podcast today because obviously I need to get like prepped with all of my podcasts for the rest of the month because I'm going to be out. So I have a couple scheduled for next week to film. And I already have next week's like done, so I was already ahead on that. But I want to film a solo one, kind of giving an update on the moving situation and giving like a full in-depth rundown of how it all went down and my thoughts and all of that. So I want to do that today, but my camera's not fully charged, so I'm waiting for it to be done charging. So I was like, in the meantime, I might as well, I don't know, try to do some other stuff. So obviously I have this closet back here, which like I don't show very often, but it's a huge closet and I have a lot of random stuff in it. I get emotionally attached to a lot of things and I've done a really good job, I think, over the years of starting to let things go, but there's just like a lot of random things that like I don't know what to do with, but I don't want to throw out. Even just like, I don't know, like high school yearbooks and stuff, like they take up so much room, but it's like I want to keep them, or they're my freaking high school yearbooks, you know? Things like that I'm just like, I don't know where I'm gonna place them in my 1-bedroom apartment, but I don't know, we're gonna have to figure it out. Anyway, this closet also has literally like pretty much every piece I've ever made that isn't like a new piece, like stuff from like high school and stuff like that, which again, it's like I'm never gonna wear this stuff ever because a lot of it just like isn't my style or isn't very well made or whatever, but it's like stuff I made, so I'm not gonna like donate it, and I don't want to trash it because it's like, I don't know, it's stuff I've made, like my first few dresses and things like that. Like, I don't know, but they do take up space, so that's also a thing. But anyway, I figured I could like start putting them away because I don't need to be using them right now, and I might as well be productive. And I guess while I'm at it, I can just like show you guys some of the stuff if you've never seen my portfolio. These are so hard to open for no reason. I need to get my tape. We got her. So now we can put the little rod in. So I guess I'll just like show you guys some stuff I've made. So I've got this dress, has a really cool detail at the bottom. I made this for like an arts competition thing, and I did actually win an award for it. Yeah, it was inspired by the wedding at Cana, which is a biblical story where Jesus turns water into wine. So I have like all these little petals like that turn from like a whitish pink to a deep red like wine color. So yeah, kind of cool. And obviously it's a white dress because it was like from the wedding or whatever. So I have that I made in high school. All of these are hand sewn on there. It took me hours upon hours to cut them out and to, you know, sew them on there. But she's a cool piece. Am I ever gonna use it? No. Also, it's starting to rain and you might hear that, so don't mind that. She's coming with me. It's pieces like this that I just don't know what to do with because I'm never gonna wear them again. They're not good enough to ever be like used again. Like this I made in high school and like it's not very well finished, but like I don't want to get rid of it because like cool, I want an award for it, you know? This one's actually recent. I made a video last year, literally about a year ago, making a random wedding dress for funsies. It was in collaboration with Vivify Textiles. This one's also recent, and it's the one that I had in Joshua Tree last year that I made that I really loved. But this fabric, as soon as I washed it, all of the coloring of this came off on all the clothes that I washed with it, and it ruined so many of my clothes. And the fabric itself just like does not look good anymore. It's like a weird, I don't know, it just looks weird. The silk at the bottom's also weird now, so it's like I'm never gonna really get any use out of this anymore because like the fabric just didn't work out. I don't know, maybe I'd have to like steam it or something to get it to look good again, but it just like it feels weird. Then I have my junior year prom dress. This dress is so heavy. So it's like a mermaid dress. It has a huge tail on the back. I'll put pictures up here of what it looks like on, but yeah, it's like a fully lined blue satin dress. Put a little like silver finishing on there, and yeah, kind of cute, kind of fun. Never gonna wear it again probably, but she's there. This one's actually also kind of recent. I made this in college. This was part of my like final for my draping class. I made this coat. It's super cute. It has these really nice little buttons here that I don't know if you can see very well from all the way over there, but anyway, I made it with a dress. So it was like we had to make like a jacket dress combo or whatever. So I made this coat, and it has these like slits on the side because I made like a dress that had like a wider skirt, so like when you wear the dress under it, like you can see the dress peeking through, which is really cute. Honestly, this is one of the most like well-made things I've ever made in my entire life. Like making a coat or a jacket with like full lining and everything is so difficult for no reason. This is my sophomore year prom dress. Usually only juniors and seniors get to go to prom, but I got asked by a junior to go to prom my sophomore year, so I went and I made this dress, and I'll put a picture up here. This honestly is not very well made at all, but it was also my second year of knowing how to sew. It was the first like gown I'd made, and I think it's pretty good for it being like the first. Like I put boning into it and everything, and I made this one at home because usually at that point in my life I was only making stuff in my fashion classes in high school and just like basically had the teacher guide me through things if I needed help. But this one was the first one I made like strictly on my own, like at home, and I think it turned out pretty okay, you know, considering. But yeah, she's nothing too special, but she's there. This one is one of my favorites, if not my favorite. This was my final project at FIT. I ended up finishing it here in Indiana during quarantine. Once you finish your associate's degree, there's like an exhibition, and they always have a theme for it, and you make a piece for it. So for our theme, it was Greek mythology, and I was gonna do Venus because I love love and romance and all things, but I saw so many people doing Venus that I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't. So then I kind of switched, did a little research, and ended up coming across like the Pegasus and the story of that. And basically the Pegasus was born out of the blood of Medusa's head when she was beheaded. So I made a dress to kind of go along with that. So I dip dyed the dress in like a red fabric, and it's like splattered all the way up, and then it's just this beautiful white gown, and the back has like a really beautiful wing-like detail with chiffon, which I really love. But yeah, this was my final project at FIT. Never got to see the light of day at an exhibition, but that's okay. We'll keep her. This is possibly my most prized possession ever, and this is the first like gown that I made in high school, my sophomore year. So I was what, 16 when I made this, and it was after I made this dress that I was like, okay, I'm actually good at this type of stuff. Like I could do this for a living. It's this beautiful high-low flamenco dress. I grew up dancing flamenco, so I really wanted to make a dress because I love them. Clearly you can tell my like personal style is very influenced by it. Like I love the ruffles, the hyper feminine stuff, but I love that flamenco also is like very bold and like very strong. It's not like a delicate femininity, it's like a very like strong woman, but like still like feminine and soft in a lot of ways. I don't know, I like that contrast, and I feel like that's what I like to use in my own like personal style and my brand. It's like I love the pinks, I love the frills, but I also love like chunky platform boot to go along with it, or like black pants or a black leather jacket, whatever. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. I'm not going to share every single one at this point because I think this is probably getting long and I don't know how interesting this is, but this is my senior year prom dress. It was a two-piece. It was like at the time where two pieces started to become really popular in prom dresses. It was 2018. So I made this. It has a mini skirt, and then it's just like this big like skirt behind it. So like it's a huge slit in the front, then you can just see like both your legs pretty much. My camera stopped. Anyway, I bought this fabric at Mood a year before prom when I was in New York visiting like FIT and Pratt and doing all the college tours. I was like, oh my god, I want to buy my fabric here for my senior prom dress. So I bought this fabric then and held on to it for a year later, and then I made my prom dress, which I really loved this dress. I think it's super beautiful too, and it's kind of fun. Okay, we'll do like one last one and then I'll just package the rest up. But I have this dress, which was my first year at FIT in Italy. So I made this in Italy at Palamoda. It's so beautiful. It's also flamenco inspired. This fabric I'm obsessed with. It has all these like little flowers that I made by hand all across the ruffles. It's got 3 layers of ruffles, and then it's like on bias, so then it becomes this huge skirt at the bottom, so it's kind of mermaidy. Has an open back and nice lace sleeves. Really love it, really beautiful. But again, am I ever gonna wear these gowns? No. This is why I want to make gowns just for fun because I love making them, but then it's like I end up with so many and I'm never gonna use them, so like I don't want to just like take up space, you know? It's a struggle, to say the least. Anyway, I'm gonna package up the rest and then, you know, start clearing things out of that closet. So I've got a good amount of stuff in there. I can still fit a little bit, but this dress, it's my quinceañera dress, and it just like comes with like this thing to keep it kind of upright, so it kind of takes up a lot of space. But I have a few last things in there. This is all more stuff I made in high school, and then I still have all of these Irene tops from the holiday collection that were all just like poorly made when I had that pattern making situation happen. So it's like they're all made, but they're not the correct sizing, and I don't know, I feel like it'd be such a hassle to try to figure out what size they really are and like fix them, and the sleeves are way too long, and I don't know. And then one of these dresses is also like a mishap of sizing, and this one is a one of that is also kind of weird on sizing. So I don't really know what to do with those yet, but we'll figure that out. But anyway, my camera charger just finished up, so I'm going to go ahead and film a podcast real quick, get that situated and get that going, and yeah, and then we'll get back to this afterwards.